goodness. Today is my artist check-in day. So it's a wrap for week 2. One thing about this, I really so yeah, I've been really busy looking for another job. I have a third interview with this one company. 3 fucking interviews. I mean, I kind of like what the job is like about. I would be promoting, I think it's a nonprofit, and it's like for mental health awareness, like something in that area. Obviously the company does more than just promoting that one business, but I was told from the recruitment that like that's what I would be focusing on, which yeah, I'm okay with that. I think mental health deserves a lot more awareness, and I think I would be, not I think, I know I would be a great advocate for speaking up about things like that. So, but yeah, I said all that because I've been focused a lot on finding a job, and I really need to make more time to do these writing tasks. I did some, you know, I did this one, and this one. Yeah, I think I only did 3 on my back. And this one, I would say, I did go back and read the basic principles. So for the check-in, let's do it. Okay, it says, how many days this week? Did you do your morning pages? We're hoping 7, remember? How was the experience for you? How did the morning pages work for you? Describe them. For example, they felt so stupid. I'd write all these itty-bitty disconnected things that didn't seem to have anything to do with one another or with anything. Remember, if you are writing morning pages, they are working for you. What were you surprised to find yourself writing about? answer this question in full on your check-in page. Oh, wow. I should be writing this stuff. Instead, I'm recording it. This would be a weekly self-scan of your moods, not your progress. Don't worry if your pages are whiny and trite. Sometimes that's the very best thing for you. I'm just gonna say I did do my pages every day. Thank goodness. I've been needing it to just like get up and write. Sometimes I'll be feeling like I don't have things to write about. And then as soon as I say that, I'm writing a whole page of some shit like that I didn't even know was really there in my subconscious. How did the pages make me feel? I don't really know how to answer that this time around. I don't know, man. Like, the pages, they help me. Yeah, they help me just, I feel like, release so that I'm not holding on to too much throughout the day, you know, like sometimes once it's written, I'm okay. You know, I feel better and I can move on to the next thing. So I guess that's what the pages help with for me this week, like just releasing and letting go, you know, so I don't carry so much shit throughout the day. Yeah. She said, how did they work for you? Oh, I already kind of said that. They help me release and stuff. Sometimes I do feel like I guess there's no right way to do the pages, but sometimes I'll be like, yo, am I doing this shit right? Like, I don't know, man. Because I will spend like some time on the pages just because like I said, sometimes I be feeling like I don't know what to write, so I'll just sit there in front of the page until I write something, and then I'll start writing something, and then I'll stop because I feel like, okay, there's nothing else to write about, so I'll keep sitting there and wait till there's something else to write. So sometimes I'm doing my pages for like 2 hours, sometimes 3, just sitting there, just doing my best to observe what's going on in my brain and what I should write about, I feel like. Yeah. So I be taking my time on the pages like every day, which is why it's a goal for me to like start waking up earlier so that I can take that time to spend on the pages early in the day and not like in the late morning, if that makes sense. Like, because like if I start my pages at like 10 o'clock and I'm there for 2 or 3 hours, like that's going into the afternoon. That I feel like that can like just take, I don't know, a lot of time away from my day to do something else. So I be doing my best to wake up early. I be trying to wake up at like 6. I woke up at 6 today, but I had went to bed pretty late. I want to say like 12:30. So I was just like, I'm about to go back to sleep And I went back to sleep until like, I want to say 9 o'clock. Yeah. And sometimes when I do my pages, I like to multitask, which is like mostly just me like making myself tea and breakfast while I'm writing. Nothing else really, like, because if I start doing something else, then I'm gonna like do that and I might forget all about the pages and not even do them for the day. But that's like my morning, a bit of my morning routine, making myself tea and writing, and sometimes making breakfast. I made breakfast today because my siblings are home and they needed something to eat. So yeah, I was writing and cooking. Yeah. I've been doing my best to like do full pages, full 3 pages every day, because that's the goal, to always do 3 full pages. Yeah. Another question up here is, what were you surprised to find yourself writing about? Probably not gonna share that one, but I do have something in mind. Like, yeah, I was just writing about something. I want to say it was yesterday or the day before, and I was just like, why am I writing about this right now? Like, what the fuck? And I guess it's not that surprising, but it was also like surprising because why? Why are you writing this right now? Focus on something else. But that's the point of the page, is to let go of the shit, get all that shit out, write it down. And if that's what I chose to write about that day, I'm not judging myself. I wrote about that, and yeah, it was relevant for that day, for those pages. So here's my pen. I didn't even mean to grab this pen. I meant to grab the orange one. Too much. Anyways, it says, did you do your artist date this week? Remember, the artist dates are necessary. I don't know this word. I'm gonna look it up. It's the song I was just singing. It's a video of me. The faces. Oh, I really love myself. I really love myself.
Frivolity.
Frivolity. Cool. Okay, so it says the definition of it is lightheartedness or lack of seriousness. Okay, so I would not describe my artist date this week as that. Frivolity. I wouldn't use that word. Honestly, it was meant to be that. It was meant to be an experience that was like lighthearted. I was meant to go in with an open mind. And I did, but I don't know, something about that day was like, I think it's because I was surprised by my aunt coming to New York and I didn't know. And it's so funny because right before she like knocked on the door and I heard my mother say her name, I was talking about her. So maybe that kind of like had me in a certain mindset for that day. Yeah, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Who knows? I feel like I got so in my head and I ended up just leaving the event that I went to. I went to an event called For Us and Before Us. It was like a curated event for Black people, you know, because it's Black History Month. Well, it's March 1st now. Today's Sunday. I meant to do my check-in yesterday, but I was busy. So, but yeah. The artist date. Yeah, it was just like a lot going on in my head, and when I went there, I was just in my head, and I was just like, why am I here? Like, it was supposed to be like an event where you can like buy stuff. There's vendors and stuff, Black vendors, and then there were gonna be performances. So I went for about an hour and I saw the art, took some cute pictures of myself in the bathroom because whenever I see a mirror, I just gotta snap a flick. Like, that's just me. What else? And then I was sitting there for a bit. Actually, I had a really interesting conversation with this one woman. Maybe that's another reason I left. You know, first we were talking, we were chatting it up, we were getting to know each other. And this is why one thing I know I need to work on is like things that I hold like dear, that I feel like is a safe space for me. I shouldn't share it with people. Maybe later, once I'm done with the experience, I can share it. Or maybe sometime down the line, I'll share it with people. But I really, really got to work on just like, yeah, just not sharing so much with people. Because people, they're going to have opinions and they might not be opinions that I like, you know. And, you know, I was just kind of sharing how I ended up at that event, which was an artist date. She was asking me, what is it? What is it about? What do you mean? What's an artist date? And so I'm telling her about the book and stuff and like my journey. And she just had a whole lot to say. And, you know, I was gonna interrupt and like try to explain myself, but I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that because I don't have to explain myself to anyone. I don't have to explain my experience. I don't have to explain my journey. I don't have to explain shit. So I kind of just like chilled out, and I listened to what she had to say, and I kept it pushing. I kept it pushing because yeah, it was just no need to explain myself at that point. Like, so yeah, there was that. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I left. I was also feeling hungry. I think I ate like some porridge that morning. I ate porridge today too. I made porridge for everybody. I don't know if they liked it. I do not like my porridge that sweet, so I did not make it sweet. Not at all. I mean, I put like the sweetened condensed milk in it, but like not a lot. Not a lot, because I don't like my shit mad like sweet. But anyways, yeah, so that was a conversation, and I was doing my best to be very open-minded, because you know, other people's perspective is very important too. So I said what I did. How did it feel? I ended up leaving, so clearly it wasn't the best artist date I've had so far. It was a pretty busy day too that day. I ended up going to the library to get another library card, but for the Queens Public Library, because they're two different like library systems. So I've got 2 library cards for Brooklyn and for Queens. And then I went to go get this book, because that's what I meant to do the first time. I meant to go, well, it was a different book I went to go get. Like, I was looking for something like with languages and shit. But this book, I just had the random thought this week to go get this fucking book. I'm like, I'm going to get this book. I gotta finish it, because I started it when I was in Florida. I stopped reading it. Like, my thing I like to do is I like to read before bed. I feel like it gives me fun dreams, you know, because for me, when I'm reading, I'm imagining like what these characters might look like, or maybe I want to imagine myself as a character, which I have been doing for this book. So yeah, it's just very like reading before bed. Yeah, fiction books are where it's at. This is science fiction. I love me some science fiction. A science fiction movie, science fiction books. Oh my goodness. If somebody buys me a whole set of Octavia E. Butler books, I will love them forever. I will cherish them forever. Because she has so many series, so many books, and they all are so attention grabbing, and I want to read them all. Right now, I'm starting with the Patternist novels. I read Parable of the Sower. I did not read Parable of the Talents. I have it though, it's up here somewhere. I bought it because sometimes I like to buy books so that I can have it and then share it with somebody else once I'm done. I gave away my Parable of the Sower to some woman that I went to school with. Her name is Cameron. Yeah, so I hope she enjoyed it, because when I tell you I loved that book, I loved it. Parable of the Talents is the second part to the book, and it's about the main character in the other book. It's about her daughter. So yeah, I never really read it, but I'm sure it's interesting, because Octavia E. Butler, her books, top tier, love them. So that part of the day was actually really, really fun, getting another library card and then finding the book. Oh, and I got the second book to it too. This is the second one after that one. It's like 4 or 5 books, I want to say, in this series. Why is I said series, not Siri. Okay, so there's 5 books. There's Wild Seed, Mind of My Mind, Clay's Arc, Survivor, and then Pattern Master. So, yeah. That's cool. I'm gonna read those. Me yapping about my books. I love my books. So that was fun. I did go to the library earlier that day. And then from the library, I went to that event. Again, it was a busy day because I had like my second interview for that company I was talking about. And then, did I do anything else? I feel like, oh yeah, I had a therapy session that day. And then my pages, stuff like that. So pretty busy for that whole day. Something to do. And I was on this like recruitment meeting just because I gotta give myself more than one option for a job. So there's that. I'm eating candy. It's not really candy. I guess it is. Yeah. And then the last part of the check-in, let's move on to that, is were there any other issues this week that you consider significant for your recovery? Describe them. I never know what this question actually means. Like, am I just talking about shit that's happening? Like, I mean, I guess it has to be like similar or having to do with my recovery journey. But I feel like if you shape it in a certain way, like most things have to do with your creative recovery, you know, how you interact with the world, how people interact with you, the effects that they have on you, the feelings, stuff like that. I do really would like to focus on this week is like really, like I was saying before, focusing on doing the written tasks more. You know, I did take time to do some of them, you know, when I was riding the train and sometimes when I was chilling here at the house. But I do feel like I can put more time into that and actually sitting and doing more of the tasks, you know, because they are very important. And yeah, I feel like I should take one day out of this week and kind of dedicate it to just sitting and writing. I don't know, maybe I'll take myself somewhere special after I complete the task to make it feel like, you know, like, oh, I'm not doing so much work, even though I love writing, like, so it's never that much work to write. But yeah, I'll think about that for a bit. Issues, man. Any other issues? Let's see. Other than my mama? No. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Yeah. Other than my mom, not at all. I am doing my best, and that's what matters. And you don't wanna see me cry. I have this book that I bought a while ago. I do my best to read a page out of it every day because that's what you're supposed to do. That's the intention of it. It's called Everyday Happiness: 365 Ways of a Joyful Ways to a Joyful Life. Not of a joyful life, to a joyful life. The page I left off on was, remember, money can't buy happiness. Research shows that once income climbs above the poverty level, more money brings very little extra happiness. Yet still so many of us strive to accumulate monetary wealth. This pursuit of stuff will never bring enduring happiness. But let's go to today's date because the pages are dated. And I did not start this book on January 1st. I did start it on January 1st last year, I want to say. Because I bought this book last year in 2025. So today's March 1st. It says, your happiness is a gift because it literally brings out the best in you. This quote was said by Robert Holden. So remember that. Your happiness is a gift because it literally brings out the best in you. Word. I like that. So, I think that's it. I got shit I gotta go and do. So yeah. Wanna see my lucky hat? It's lucky because I'm lucky. So you feel me? I give the hat its luck. Yeah. I wear green hats because I'm fortunately lucky. I love Tyler, the Creator. He's so awesome. People should listen to his old music too. It's really dope. You know, the Odd Future phase. But yeah. So I just like looking at myself. Laters. Love you.